Hey guys, it's Julia. So today's video is going to be a massive haul from E.L.F. Cosmetics. On my lap right now, I have this bag filled with stuff from E.L.F. Cosmetics. I recently did a $50 purchase at the E.L.F. store in Manhattan, New York, and then I did another $50 purchase online on elfcosmetics.com. E.L.F. is one of my favorite affordable drugstore brands, and they've been putting out a lot of really amazing new releases. So this haul is going to include a lot of the stuff that they've recently released, and I just kind of want to go through all the stuff I picked up and show you guys on camera. So if you want to see what I got from E.L.F. Cosmetics, please keep watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. The first thing I picked up was this E.L.F. Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette in the color Summer Breeze. Originally this was called the Matte for Matte 2, but they changed it to Summer Breeze now, and I absolutely love these colors. The original Matte for Matte 1 was pretty cool tone, so I didn't get that one, but this one was a little bit more warm tone, so that's why I bought it. Obviously it's all matte shades. There's a lot of really pretty peachy tones in here. I bought it specifically for this really pretty purple here, and then the kind of orangey peach shade next to it. I've worn these 2 or 3 times on my eyes, and they are really, really blendable and very pigmented. I was really pleasantly surprised because I've never really tried a drugstore eyeshadow palette that works well for me. I feel like this palette can create some similar looks to what the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette might create, so this is a really good drugstore alternative. I seriously can't believe that this was only $10. I think I'm going to need to try out more of the E.L.F. Eyeshadow palettes because this was so good. And apparently they're coming out with a Matte for Matte 3 in like blue tone, so I might need to pick out that because this is so amazing. So the next thing I picked up was from their Beautifully Bare line. This is the Total Face palette. So it's really reflective packaging. As you can see, it's kind of like a silver mirrored case. And then this is a face palette, so it comes with 4 face shades. You have 2 really light blush shades. You have a very light contour shade, and then a very subtle highlighting shade. I'd say this is suitable for very, very fair skin tones. This is a little too light for me right now because I'm as tan as I'm going to get. This is the middle of summer here. But I think in winter this is going to be a beautiful contour shade. These 2 blush shades are really pretty like light peachy tones. They're very buildable and sheer. And then this highlight shade here, it's not blinding at all. It's very, very subtle, so not really my cup of tea. But if you're wanting a more subtle highlight, I think this is an amazing face palette. I believe this is only $8, which is an amazing deal. The formula of these is really, really nice, very soft and finely milled. And you also get a pretty big mirror with it, so this is an amazing palette to just take with you traveling. And it's really, really pretty too. So overall, it's a really, really beautiful palette, amazing quality. So these are 2 more things I got from the Beautifully Bare line, and these are the Beautifully Bare Satin lipsticks. So I have the shade here, Touch of Blush and Touch of Pink. I also have the Touch of Nude shade somewhere. I just don't know where it is. But these are actually my 2 favorite shades from this lipstick line. I actually included these in my July favorites, which I put up before this one, so you can actually go watch that. I'm going to put it in the description box down below. But I classify lipstick in 2 categories, regular and liquid lipstick. These are my favorite regular lipstick ever. They're a satin lipstick, but they're not too sheer. This is the Touch of Pink shade here on my wrist. They provide a really nice sheer wash of color, but you can build them up to be an opaque color on you. But they never look heavy on your lips, even if you build them up. They're very hydrating and nourishing on your lips, and they smell amazing. The color actually lasts a pretty long time for a cream lipstick, so I'm very, very impressed with these, and I hope that they come out with more colors. I think they only have 4 right now. I really hope they expand this line and this formula because it is seriously the best lipstick I've ever tried in my life. So E.L.F., if you're watching this, please make more of these. I love them. By the way, these lipsticks are only $5 each, so that's an amazing, amazing deal. I think you should definitely go pick up all of the colors because they are so beautiful. The next thing I picked up was the E.L.F. Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is the smaller version for $6. I really wanted to try out the E.L.F. primers. They had a bunch of them laid out at the store, so I tried them all on my hand, and this one seemed to be the most versatile. I believe this is an oil-free primer, but it kind of feels a little bit oily on the skin. Not super greasy or anything, but it's kind of like a weird oily feeling, especially for like a formula like this. So I was a little bit confused when I tried it. I didn't notice any astronomical results. Overall, I'd say it's a decent primer. There's definitely better ones, and I don't reach for this on the daily, but it's a pretty good primer. I want to try out more of the primers that they have because they have a huge, extensive line of primers, but this was the one I happened to pick up. It's pretty decent. I think I want to try out the pore refining one, but overall, pretty good primer. So the next thing I got was a pair of lashes. They're the top ones here in this case. I did not get these to wear on the everyday basis because they're very like artificial and fakey looking. They're very over the top and exaggerated. I actually bought these to do drag makeup with. They're very like Bianca Del Rio inspired lashes. So I actually wore these for like a drag makeup look. Sometimes my friend comes over and we do drag makeup together. I did a Trixie Mattel inspired look using these lashes, and they're very, very long and exaggerated. I wouldn't get these if you wanted to wear them on the everyday basis. I'd go for something more subtle, but they do have some really pretty false lashes. The dramatic eyelashes, I think they were only $2, but if you're wanting more everyday lashes, they have a huge collection of lashes, and I've actually tried some of the good ones. I really like the Waylay Luxe eyelash kit. E.L.F actually has an amazing line of makeup brushes. Very affordable makeup brushes, even more affordable than like Morphe. My favorite brushes that they make are the ones with the black handles, like this one. So I'm just going to show you, I got 3 makeup brushes in this haul. So the first one that I got was the E.L.F contouring brush, and this has become my favorite brush to do my contour with. So the brush hairs are short and densely packed, and it's arranged in this kind of like flat brush manner, so fits perfectly into the contour of the cheekbone, and you can do a really nice precise contour with this. If I just tap this in once to my contour kit and then do this, you'll get a nice amount of product. If you do happen to get too much product onto your face, you can easily blend it out with short brushing motions like this in kind of a circular fashion, but this is an amazing, amazing contour brush. It just puts the perfect amount of product on there. It looks really, really nice and sharp, but also soft. On the off chance that I do happen to apply too much contouring powder on there, I can easily blend it out with this E.L.F blending brush. So it looks pretty similar to the contouring brush, except for the fact that the bristles are longer and a little bit fluffier, so it's less densely packed, but it's still in that flat shape. So this allows you to blend out any face products you have. I can use this for blush or for contour, and I really, really love this. The combination of these 2 brushes just creates the most perfect contour, really soft, but still looking nice and blended and giving you a nice defined cheekbone. So I love these 2 brushes. These are absolutely amazing, and I would definitely recommend these to anybody. I also picked up this eyeshadow brush. It doesn't really have a name, it just says eyeshadow brush. I believe this is the eyeshadow C-shaped brush. Short bristles that kind of go up into this arched shape. So this is really good for getting eyeshadow directly into the crease and doing very precise work. So I really like this brush. Again, the brush hairs are really nice and soft, and I think that these brushes are amazing quality. Definitely check out the line of brushes that have the black handles or the clear handles. Those are absolutely amazing. This was another product that I also included in my July favorites. So this is the E.L.F contouring blush and bronzer, and this shade is Fiji Matte. So you get a really pretty matte coralish pink blush here, and then you get this really nice light shaded contour. So like I said in my favorites video, this contour shade reminds me a lot of Benefit's Hoola Light, which I can't buy because I am cruelty free. It's a little too light for me to contour with it now, but I think during the winter months when I'm a little bit lighter, this will be the best contour shade ever. I actually really like matte face shades in general. I don't want a lot of like shimmer on my face, which I just kind of find weird. So I love that these are matte. And this blush shade here is really versatile. It's a really nice versatile peachy toned pink. So this works with pretty much any eye look you're doing, any makeup look you're doing in general. And again, it's matte, so I really like that. The formula of these powders is really nice and blendable. The formula of these powders is really nice, finely milled and pretty blendable. The packaging is really nice and high quality. It comes with a mirror, and it's this like really nice black casing, kind of like the NARS casing, but I can't buy NARS anymore because, again, I'm cruelty free and NARS is no longer cruelty free. However, if you wanted a really good dupe for their Orgasm Blush or the Laguna Bronzer, they do have a duo that dupes those perfectly. I believe this is the St. Lucia duo. And then this is really old. I didn't buy this in this particular haul, but this is pretty old and I just want to show you. So I obviously use these to death. This bronzer here, it's a perfect dupe for Laguna Bronzer. The blush over here, it's an amazing dupe for the Orgasm Blush. It's a nice peachy pink toned blush with a subtle hint of gold shimmer in there. So if you're looking for a dupe for the NARS Orgasm and Laguna, definitely go for this one in St. Lucia. But if you're like me and you prefer matte face shades, go for Fiji. Either way, they're both amazing formulas and I really love these. So E.L.F has actually released a large line of skincare products, which I find very interesting because the skincare products that they offer are really inexpensive, but also seem to have really good reviews. One of the things that I was really compelled to pick up was the E.L.F Beauty Shield Recharging Magnetic Mask. I hadn't really had success in finding a magnetic mask that was cruelty free, and then E.L.F created this one, which is only $24, I believe. You open it up, you get this pretty nice sized pot of magnetic mask. As you can see, it's very, very black and it comes with this lid to keep it all inside. You apply it to your face and then after, I think, 10 minutes, you use the magnet to remove it. You just glide it over your face and the mask comes off. And supposedly while the magnet is pulling the mask off your face, it's also pulling stuff out of your pores. I was just really interested to try this. I've never done a magnetic mask before, so I did this in my dorm room. I just put it all over my face. I was just hanging out there doing homework, and then after 10 minutes I just waved the magnet over my face, and it really did take the entire mask off your face with the magnet, which kind of just blew my mind in general. It does leave behind this kind of residue. Apparently you're supposed to leave that on your skin, but I was a little uncomfortable, so I just cleaned my face after that. I felt like my pores were cleaner, so that did something, obviously. But then I just washed off the residue, just did my normal skincare routine, and went to bed. And I didn't have any breakouts, so I don't really know if this mask necessarily does the most, but my pores did feel pretty clean. It was just a really awesome experience in general, just kind of fun to do. So if you're looking for a really good, inexpensive magnetic mask that's also cruelty-free, definitely go for the E.L.F. one. This powder is something I actually purchase a lot. It is the E.L.F. Color Correcting Powder in the shade Cool. So it comes with this like green powder, yellow, blue, and pink, and this is meant for like color correcting and just like evening the tone of your face. Obviously this is a pressed powder, but what I actually like to do with it is I grind it up and then I put it into a loose powder container, and I like to use this to bake my under eyes. It seems kind of weird to bake using a color correcting powder. It actually does help a lot in correcting the dark circles underneath my eyes. I feel like this is a really good, inexpensive, and finely milled setting powder, so I like to use this for my under eyes. And it's only $4, so this is a very, very cheap powder. But if you're looking for non-color correcting powders, I believe they have an HD setting powder, which has really good reviews, and they also have an under eye setting powder. So if you're wanting either of those, definitely check them out. They have a really amazing line of powders in my opinion. So this next release was something I was really, really excited about when I first heard about it. And these are the E.L.F. Liquid Matte Lipsticks. So they came out with 5 shades of liquid lipsticks. I only bought 3 of them because the 2 darker shades didn't look like they would really suit me. So I have Tea Rose, Blushing Rose, and Praline. Praline is definitely my favorite. Praline, I'd say, is the most warm toned. It's kind of like a brown tone nude. Tea Rose has a little bit more of a lavender shade. And then Blushing Rose is a really amazing dupe for Too Faced Cool Girl. So I'm going to show you guys swatches of this next to Cool Girl, and I'm just going to show swatches of all 3 of the shades in general. This one is pretty much identical to Cool Girl, and in my opinion, the formula of these is way better. So the first thing I noticed about these was that it's very light feeling on the lips. It feels like you just put like a light coat of liquid lipstick on there. They're not super drying. I'd say they're about as drying as pretty much any other liquid lipstick on the market, but not to a point where you feel like your lips are just gonna die. So these are fairly comfortable. They're only $5 and the shades are really pretty. But most of all, I just like them because they feel really light and they're very transfer proof. I picked these up on the recommendation of Thomas Halbert. He gave them a really good review. I was really excited to try them out and they did not disappoint. I really hope that E.L.F. comes out with more liquid lipsticks in different shades as well, because these are very, very good. Just in general, the lip products that they've been putting out lately have been very, very good. This is another one of the lip products that they've put out recently, and it is the Lip Plumping Gloss. I have the shade Mocha Twist. I wanted to get this and compare it to the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream. This is also a plumping gloss. It feels very minty fresh and kind of tingles on the lips, but not in like a painful way. It just feels very fresh on the lips. So I wanted to see if this would do the same thing, and it really does. I wouldn't say it feels as minty fresh as the Buxom one does, but this is $15 and this is $5. This does have a nice plumping effect. It feels kind of cooling on the lips, not as much as this one, but it still has a kind of similar effect. And the color is really pretty. It's very pigmented. I was surprised with how long it stays on the lips. So this is a total winner for me. And overall, I'd say it's very similar to the Buxom ones. I bought this to go with the liquid lipsticks, but this is the E.L.F. Liquid Lipstick Primer. You're supposed to put this on underneath your liquid lipsticks, and supposedly it's going to keep your liquid lipstick from creasing, feathering, wearing off during the day, and just drying out your lips. It's supposedly like moisturizing and just a good base in general. So I thought it would be kind of gimmicky, but I wanted to try it out because I was hoping that it would make some of the more drying liquid lipsticks that I have more bearable to wear. So I'm actually wearing this right now underneath my liquid lipstick right now. I'm wearing the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Stripped over this primer. And I have to admit, my lips feel not dry at all. This liquid lipstick is still transfer proof, so this doesn't really affect the formula. I just think it provides a really nice barrier between the lips and the actual product, so your lips won't get as dried out from liquid lipsticks. And I'm probably going to try this out under liquid lipsticks that I find to be very drying. So I think I'm going to try this with the Kylie liquid lipsticks, the Too Faced liquid lipsticks, and the ColourPop matte liquid lipsticks. So I'll let you know how that goes, but overall I really like this product. I bought 2 more lipsticks. These are just regular lipsticks. This one doesn't have a name on it. I believe this was like the $1 lipstick. I think it's moisturizing lipstick, I think. This is the shade Posh. So it's a pretty like pink toned berry shade. Not super opaque, But it feels pretty moisturizing and I want to try this out. I think I'm going to wear this to work one day because it's a really pretty pinky toned shade and it gives a nice pop of color without being too like bam in your face. This one was $3 instead of $1. But this is a little bit vampier. It's called Bordeaux Beauty. So it's a deep kind of Cabernet wine red shade. You can see it there on my arm. It's a really nice deep red. I haven't tried this out yet, but the formula seems very promising. It smells pretty good and it's a really, really pretty color. So I want to see if it actually wears long on my lips. But overall, I think for $3, this is a really nice color and I wouldn't mind taking this with me to do touch-ups if needed. So the next thing I got was this E.L.F. eyebrow kit. It comes with a little mirror, which I really appreciate. This was only $3. You get a little brush, which I don't really like to use, the tiny brushes that come with these kind of like little kits. It comes with a cream pomade for your eyebrows and then a powder product. And I'm in the shade dark. I think it's like dark brown. But anyways, so the pomade itself is really nice. I'm wearing it in my brows today. It's very pigmented and creamy, not hyper pigmented to the point of it being like the Anastasia Dip Brow. I found that a little bit too harsh to work with on an everyday basis. But this one is perfect. It's very blendable through the eyebrows and then you can set it with this slight powder here. So overall, I really like the job that I did with my eyebrows today. I wouldn't say I'm the best at doing my eyebrows, but this was very easy to work with. I just applied a little bit into my eyebrows and blended it through with a spoolie and had really nice results. So I'm very, very impressed with how nice this is, and I think I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this. Also along the line of brows, I picked up the E.L.F. Shape and Stay Brow Gel, I think? Yeah. So this is the shade Clear. It's basically a clear brow gel that you're supposed to swipe on over your brows and it's supposed to keep them in place all day. I have really stubborn brow hairs in the front, so they like to pop up throughout the day even if I just like brush them that way. So I either use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel or this one, and this is a lot less expensive than the Anastasia one. This is only $2. Seriously, $2. So I'm actually wearing this today over the brow kit from E.L.F. and it works really, really well. My eyebrows don't feel like crunchy or anything. They're just sticking down in place. So I'm very impressed with this as well. I pretty much liked all the products in this haul, so very happy with this. The next thing I picked up was the E.L.F. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow, and this is the shade Toast. So it's a really, really pretty gold shimmery shade. I'll show you swatches in a close-up shot. The texture of this kind of reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. It's kind of like a cream, almost like a putty texture. So it's really, really interesting. It's not nearly as pigmented as the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, but you can build it up to be a really nice, pretty gold shade, and I think they have more shades of this. So I'd really recommend this. It feels very nice and moisturizing. I don't really work with single shadows all that often because I just reach for palettes naturally. But when I'm wanting like a nice shimmery, glittery gold shade for my lids, I will reach for this, and it's really, really nice. So again, pretty impressed with this. It was only $3, so definitely recommend picking this up. It's actually a free gift. I did not buy this, but this is the E.L.F. Liquid Eyeshadow. Not quite sure what the shade is. It's a really pretty, like dusty, purplish, pinkish mauve shade. Don't know really how to describe it, but yeah, so this is a cream eyeshadow. I don't normally work with like liquid eyeshadows like this. And I think this is also from the Beautifully Bare line. So the packaging is really, really nice. And as you can see, it's pretty pigmented, and I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. And it blends out and shears out pretty nicely. I used it once, but I pretty much covered it up with powder eyeshadow, so I couldn't see how long it lasted throughout the day. But, yeah, never really worked with cream eyeshadows before, so this could be a new adventure for me, but overall, really pretty color, and it seems that it's nice quality. And for the final thing of this very long haul video, I have the E.L.F. Makeup Removing Pen. I bought this specifically to clean up whenever I make a mess of my winged eyeliner. I was worried that this would be really bad, but it's actually very, very helpful. I hate going through the work of doing really nice eye makeup and then I mess up my eyeliner wing and it's all over. So this is really nice for being able to just clean up whatever mistake you made. It's got a nice precise tip of the pen, and overall this is only $3. I think it's an amazing, amazing deal. So that concludes my E.L.F. haul. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. E.L.F. is one of my favorite brands in general. They provide really amazing high-end products at a drugstore price, which I really, really appreciate. They were actually one of the first makeup brands I ever purchased from. I remember going to Target, going to the makeup section, and buying E.L.F. products because their products were the cheapest at the drugstore. They were like $1 or $3, $2. Really, really amazing and expensive products, and they've definitely grown in quality since then. I'm very, very impressed with the stuff that they've been putting out lately, and I'm definitely going to be picking up more because it seems that they're releasing things at a really fast pace. So not only do they produce really amazing quality products at a low price, they're also cruelty-free and 100% vegan. So that's something I really appreciate as a dedicated vegan myself. They haven't compromised the quality of their products or their ethics in order to make these amazing inexpensive products. So overall, I'm very impressed with all the stuff I got in my haul. A lot of these things I've been using on a daily basis, and I definitely know that I'm going to be repurchasing most of these products when I run out. I hope you enjoyed this haul video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let me know if you have any recommendations from E.L.F Cosmetics that I should try out. And yeah, if you made it to the very end of this video, I love you. Bye!